One of the most exciting things about the start of the NBA season is always seeing players who have massively improved over the past off-season. Every season, there are young players that make major improvements to their game and become a caliber of player that we did not consider them to be prior to that. And while it's still early, Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks looks to be a prime example of that this season. Johnson is a 6'9" forward in his third year out of Duke, and through the first two seasons of his career, averaged just 5 points and 3 rebounds a game, playing around 12 minutes a night in 92 games. To start this year though, he has taken his game to the next level. Johnson is playing just under 30 minutes a game so far for Atlanta to start his third year, as he has taken on a much bigger role with the departure of John Collins, and his numbers through the first few games of the season have been absolutely terrific. Johnson early in the season is posting averages of 14 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists on very impressive 62-40-64 splits. His best game of the season so far came Saturday versus the New Orleans Pelicans, where he put up 21 points, 11 boards, and 4 assists on 8 of 13 shooting, and many believe he is just scratching the surface of his potential. So what exactly about Johnson makes him such a dangerous player with such a high ceiling? Today we're going to talk about it and dive into one of the early breakout stars of the 2023-24 NBA season. When looking at Johnson, you can see he's a fluid, athletic 6'10" forward that can absolutely fly and handle the ball a bit too, with some potential as a floor spacer that he has shown early this season. He also has shown a real improved ability this season to get to the hoop, and without a doubt has shown some really nice things as a driver this season. If you look at a lot of the clips of him scoring in the first 2 years of his career, the heavy majority of them are him dunking in transition. From day one, he has been a dangerous player in transition with his large frame, quickness, and athleticism. But this year, along with being able to get even more points in transition with his increased playing time, he has been able to expand his game a bit too, and his numbers truly reflect that. Taking a look at some of his highlights from his 21-point performance versus New Orleans, we see him being able to score and contribute to his team in a much wider variety of ways, whereas compared to the first 2 years of his career, he was mainly just a guy that could get out in transition and dunk the ball, and while part of this is his improvement, we also have to acknowledge the major increase in minutes he's getting. Versus New Orleans, we see him hitting threes, driving and handling the ball, and even making some solid reads as a passer, as he had 4 assists in that game. Another thing is Johnson's improvement on defense, and his ability to get in passing lanes and race down the court so quickly with his size is truly unfair to opposing teams. There's a few really impressive clips of him this season, getting steals and taking it all the way in transition just so easily. I mean, it's so hard to stop this guy. He's so fast and he's so big. And also, if we dive into some of his more advanced defensive statistics, we could see that he's in the 78th percentile so far for rim defense and the 70th percentile for block percentage. And then there's the most far along part of his game, which is his ability to score inside. All of the attributes of his game that I've already previously mentioned are exactly what make him such a dangerous finisher. His mobility and athleticism for a guy just a few inches off of 7 feet make him dangerous as a roll man on the fast break, or even taking it himself driving to the cup, which is something he's really improved on in year 3. This year, Johnson is shooting 66% on twos and 69% from less than 8 feet, compared to last year where he shot 58% on twos and 64% from less than 8 feet. And as said earlier, obviously it's still very early in the season, and we will likely see a bit of shooting regression from him in terms of his 3-point shooting, but he could be a major swing player for the Hawks this season, as many went into this season viewing them as what they were last year, quite possibly the most average team in the NBA. But with Johnson's emergence, along with DeJounte Murray's nice start, and Trae Young really still yet to get going, the Hawks have already earned 3 good wins versus the Bucks, Pelicans, and a comeback win versus the Timberwolves. This could be a team that exceeds some expectations, and if that is the case, The third-year forward out of Duke is certain to play a big part in that and could be the John Collins upgrade Atlanta has been looking for. There are definitely some other interesting breakout players in the league that I could have made a video on as well, and maybe I will in the future, such as Cam Thomas, who is just an insane scorer, Mark Williams, who has the best field goal percentage in the NBA right now. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for watching and apologize in the break-in videos. I'm going to try to get back to once a week, and yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, and peace out.